All right, I think we're finally live. Okay, was having some trouble. I'm not gonna even really go into it. Anyways, we're here. That's what matters. I was streaming a little bit. I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but I didn't get into too much, thankfully. So today we're gonna be looking into Harrison Briggs, who was brought up to me in my last video. Someone commented and brought up his name, and I never heard of him, so I figured I'd look into him. And I usually don't do it on stream, but I really enjoyed doing it last time, so I think from now on I'll just do it live. And I haven't looked into him really at all. When when the stream got fucked up a little bit ago, I watched just a little bit of his videos, but not enough. Just probably like 10 minutes of it, unfortunately. But we'll rewatch it. Wasn't a big deal. And yeah, again, I'm not any psychologist or anything. That's not what I'm trying to go for either. I really just find this stuff super interesting. And again, I don't know anything about him. I haven't looked into him. I saved it all to do it here, so that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna just hang out for a bit and check out his stuff. And I'll try figuring out what he's talking about, but I'll probably get some stuff wrong since it's my first time looking at him. And so feel free to drop some facts in the chat whenever you're watching it, if you have any interesting information. All right, so on this channel, and we're gonna start with the oldest videos. I got it all set up ready, and we're gonna go to his first video, which is titled "I Was Framed by Lisa."
Hi, my name is Harrison Briggs. I'm going to get right to the point. Lisa, you framed me for rape, and I'm going to expose you on YouTube.
That's a pretty big thing to drop for your first video. That's fucking huge. He was doing this is like the whole Me Too movement before it even became the Me Too movement, or it even existed. January 10th, 2013. Okay, so this was some time ago.
Lisa Olstein is her name. Basically, my life has been made into a living hell for the past 22 years because of this lie. I'm going to tell everyone how it happened, how she was paid to perpetuate this lie over the years, a lot of money, and what it's done to me personally and to my family personally. I'll start off by saying, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
I already really like Harrison. Just by that one line, I already really like him. He seems pretty based.
Tens of thousands of dollars. People know it. You've admitted to it under drug use, and I want to out you. I want to get back at you. I want you to be socially ruined the way I have been socially ruined because of this lie. I'll be making a lot of these videos and exposing more and more about you, but I just want to get right to the point. Some former friends of mine were kicked out of a bar on the main line. They got mad and blamed me because my current friends to this day kicked them out for what they're doing to me. Got drunk, concocted this lie that I committed a rape, and
so he just said, they concocted this a whole fabricated story that he raped this girl Lisa, apparently, but he stated like what they were doing stuff prior to this, that they were, well, maybe I just misunderstood what he said. I think we'll find out more as we watch, hopefully, because a lot of the time with people like this, they sometimes can be very vague, and it takes forever to get the whole story. You'll have to watch many videos since they'll leave out bits and pieces of information. But I'm not saying he's lying at all. This very well could be the case. Fucking Lisa.
got you to go along with it. Initially, you did not want to do it, but after you said yes and everyone started asking you, it just snowballed out of control from there. How much were you paid? I don't know. I was told tens of thousands of dollars because it's been going on for so long. And you've been telling people you need this money to raise your kid. Bitch, get a job. Get a job and raise your kid yourself. Don't lie about me to do it. The lie has been perpetuated and it continues to this day. I am in Miami right now. and it has followed me from Philadelphia to New York to Miami.
Jeez.
Don't know what else I can say to get through to you, Lisa, but please come clean right now the way.
You know, that for not being a celebrity, I mean, this seems to really have fucked him up. I mean, he's on the run for this.
You had to other people. These people are finding out. Thank God it's about time. P.S. You're a bitch.
I think Lisa's a bitch. I think he doesn't like Lisa either. I don't know. He seems to not be very fond of her. Alright, let's go. We're just gonna go straight to the next video. Bitch taping me on her phone. As you can see, I did watch this because, you know, when the stream got messed up, I watched a couple of the videos. But, like I said, I don't mind watching again.
Blitzen, come here. Good boy.
Oh, he's got a dog.
Good boy, good boy. Stay. Come on. Okay, come on.
Okay, that looks like the bitch that is supposedly
Good
taping
boy.
him. I can't help but notice. Hang on, let me get to it. Is that her dog? And I love how it's just taking a shit during this. Like, what altercation transpired before they both started recording? And the dog just looks like it's taking a shit. I'm not sure, but either way, that's fucking funny. I wonder if anyone has the video that she, I guess, is recording. Did she post this anywhere? Was she really recording? If anyone has this information, feel free to drop it, because I'd love to see that. That'd be great.
Good boy.
That dog is ready to defend him. That dog is fucking territorial right now. Man, Harrison's got a lucky dog, though.
Me, and I taped them.
Alright, fair enough. They tape him. He's gonna tape right back. Fair enough, though. So, everything doesn't really seem too out of control right here. I mean, he's reasonably upset about being accused of rape. Alright, so we hear a little more in depth about his story right here. And we're not going to be looking at so many of the old videos. We're going to look at an okay amount so I get the gist of what's going on here, so I understand a little bit more. But we'll eventually go to his present day videos shortly. But right now I just want to see a couple of these. So let's go to I Was Framed for Rape.
Hi, I'm Harrison Briggs, and I'm going to get right to the point.
Just real quick, off topic. He does kind of look like Timothy, oddly enough. It might just be me. It might just be because, I don't know, just the standard. It seems like this is like the standard YouTube crazy dude kind of look.
A lot of people have been asking me lately since the
But he
truth
does
has
have
been
that
coming
Timothy
out
look.
what it's like to be framed for rape, and I'm going to tell you it's terrible and it sucks. And Lisa, I hate you. But I'm here to encourage you to finally do the right thing and come clean, because you were caught on videotape coming clean, and it's going to surface. It's going to backfire on you. Get it over with. Do the right thing. You lied about me, bitch. I want the truth to come out.
Fuck Lisa needs to be... that needs to be a thing. There needs to be justice for Harrison here, because this dude is going through some shit. I mean, this has been going on for, like, 6 years? What? Maybe more. I don't know if he's had any accounts prior to all of this.
A lot of people ask me too how it all started. 22 years ago, Lisa Olstein, you and I, we hooked up 3 different times, 2 different rooms. You gave me your number in the morning. It was great. A short time later, basically, 4 former classmates of mine were kicked out of a bar outside of Philly. They were very upset. They were kicked out of a bar by friends of mine, friends of mine to this day. And they got drunk, concocted a plan to frame me for rape.
I want to know why exactly, though, they were kicked out of that bar. Like, were they just being drunken assholes? Were they shit-talking about Harrison in the bar and his friends, who seemed to be very good friends, for kicking them out? I mean, what were they doing? What exactly was going on? Who are these people? I wonder if he's going to name drop the people that concocted this plan. I'm sure he will, and I'm sure he has. You just got to find the right videos.
They got you to go along with it. Initially, you did not want to go along with it, but you did. You needed the money. They sat around you and said, "Come on, he raped you." You gave in. You said yes, and everyone started asking you about it, and it kind of just snowballed out of control from there, to the point where my life was basically ruined. I've been labeled a rapist. It's terrible. And how does it feel? It feels somewhat like vindication to know that you have confessed to people over the years. They are coming clean. They are seeing what it has done to me, what it has done to my family. Apologize to my mom. She doesn't deserve this at all, Lisa. Bitch. Just apologize for her. And I don't know where else to go.
He says it so casually. I just love how he just normally calls her a bitch. He definitely says this on the regular.
From here, other than to say, it is about time that people have done the right thing, have decided to come forward and to just talk to you and to corner you and look at your reaction, and especially when they told you were caught on videotape, admitting to it and basically saying you're sorry. So I want to give you this chance to come clean. I want the world to know who I am and who I am not, what it's like to be labeled a rapist when you're not. It's a no-brainer why you never went to the police. And to say you needed money to raise your kid, which is why you took all that money, tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Bitch, get a fucking job. Don't bring me down because you don't want to work. You had a kid, take responsibility, raise the kid. Don't lie about me for money. I hate you, but I don't know if I'll forgive you, but maybe a little bit if you were to just come clean and admit to what you did. You've admitted to other people. Come to my face and say, "I'm sorry, Harrison. I did this. I was young and I was wrong."
Okay, so we get, I guess, a little more detail. Not very much, but okay. He's reasonably upset. He's reasonably upset that he's being accused of rape. This bitch Lisa and those friends concocted this lie. I'm not sure if it's just because they got thrown out of that bar. There has to be more to it. There has to be more to it, for sure. I wonder, though, did this ever happen? I mean, he seems pretty normal here. I mean, I guess I would believe him. At least some of it. There's got to be some truth going on here. And another thing I really love is, if you look closely around...
Bitch, get a fucking job. And into it.
Right around this mark, if you look right down here underneath his arm, right here, you can see his dog.
What it's like to be labeled a rapist when you're not. It's a no-brainer.
Or was that his hand? Oh, there's his dog. There we go.
It is about time that people have done the right thing.
Is this dog like fucking something in the back? That's hysterical.
Talk to you and to corner you.
That is so funny. His dog, though, really is by his side. I got a lot of respect for that. But, oh, don't tell me, though, that something happened to the dog, because this is quite a few years ago. Don't tell me that it fucking died, or Harrison threw it in a ditch or something, because I heard that he travels a lot. And he does seem to travel a lot, because he said this whole lie has followed him from many different states and cities. Okay, well, let's go and see what else there is that Harrison has. Now, I watched some of this. I don't know why it says I watched the whole thing, but this is where he gets a little cuckoo. This is where his other side starts to come out, besides just the rape allegations that he discusses. Okay. All right.
This is Harrison Briggs, and they have me drugged. FBI Director Robert Mueller, please help me. I'm sending you emails. I'm not hearing back from you. I just want justice in the court of law. I just want my day in court against these cultists. 13
Whoa.
years of this.
Okay. I didn't get to this part. I stopped around like, I think it was like the 15-second mark maybe? I'm not sure. But cultists. That's pretty fucking disturbing. Jesus Christ. That is actually very disturbing. What is happening behind the scenes, Harrison? What has happened to you? I mean, you look okay. I mean, you don't look physically, like, fucked up or anything. What are these people doing to you, fucking Robert Mueller?
This has been brutal. It's wrong. You have a position of power to help me, and I've done everything right, and I'll continue to do everything right. I'm not going to give up on this system. This is my country. This is America. I mind my own business, and I get raped, I get tortured, I get drugged, I get brainwashed. What else they do to me, I don't know. But I don't even know if I'm going to be a father now. It's that disgusting. It's to that point. I've written you. I've done it all right. I've written the Senate. My emails for help get blocked. I don't know what law enforcement agency is behind that, but I think you should find that out because it's illegal. And I'll keep trying. I'll keep sending messages, keep trying to reach you. Please do something. Please do the right thing. Please help me, sir.
Off topic, but thank you, Harrison, for not making your videos extremely long. See, with Timothy, with his videos, when you go through his videos, you know, you got to get to probably around, unless it's a video primarily about like the builders, but besides that, you got to like skip to probably like the 15-minute mark just to start hearing him talk about the really, really interesting stuff that he usually complains about or whatever, because most of the time he's just singing the same songs that he usually sings. So thank you, Harrison, for your videos being short so I don't have to go skipping through. Okay, now I have not seen this one yet, and I'm a little nervous to see it. Results of cultists pulling out my hair. That's pretty disturbing. That really is. Do they hold him down, ripping his hair out, or is he like figuratively speaking? Probably not. So let me just stop talking. Let's just get right into it.
Hello, it's me. Slightly dope, but gonna start. I noticed that they're pulling the hair out of the front of my hair now. Out of the front, you know, and if I can get in there and just illustrate a little bit. And so this is a new area of attack for the cultists. It was back here. It's grown in a bit. Using the numbers 1 to 2,000 strands of hair since I got here in January. Could be a lot more than that, but that's the front area they're going after. And they say they pull it out every place but the sides. So,
Harrison, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but I think that's just balding. I think you're just balding. I don't. Do you see these people pulling your hair out? Are you just like waking up each day and you just see that they fucking came in and they took some more hair? I really want to know, but for the most part, I think that's just balding.
and it's horrific. It is just horrific. Government does nothing to stop it. They get me every time I go into Portofino, and it's basically quiet on the 7th floor of Wing 1 is where I'm being taken and kidnapped and abducted, and as well as here in my place. So, and I'll send this out and try to get some justice.
Okay. So he didn't really say that, you know, they're holding him down, pulling his hair out. It seems he's just waking up and he's missing hair. He counts every hair strand, so he knows if there's something missing. He knows if there's something odd about this. Okay. I mean, a little weird, but who doesn't wake up and fear that someone's pulling out their hair and that's not just balding? Drugged again by cultists. These people are fucking him up, apparently. Oh boy.
Alright, when I just made that last video, I think I saw a red mark around here. And I'll go around here, and maybe there's a little blood spot or something. They are pulling out chunks of my hair, and one male cultist bragged that he could see the flesh from it. And that was in the back. I got a good picture of it. Didn't make it out to the media. I'm gonna have to print it out and hand deliver it. But it's gross. He said he's.
Please send me that picture. I will take a look at it. I would be very interested. Unless it's already out there, then I would love to see that.
Never seen anything like that. Pulling like chunks of my hair with the flesh on it, and he laughed and said, that's not going to grow back. So
I guess they are doing it in person. Apparently, to Harris. That's pretty. That's fucked. Just imagine somebody ripping out your hair and going, "That's not going to grow back," and you see little pieces of flesh on the strands of hair that they just yanked out of your head. That's like a scene out of a fucking horror movie. That's like Saw or something like that, or Hostel. Jesus, Harrison, what has happened to you?
If you can help me, Director Mueller, I would appreciate it. Instead of, I guess sabotaging my website and YouTube, if you can just help me and arrest the cultists. And I want to live a life off the drugs they give me, off the torture and the rapings and exposure to AIDS and brainwashing.
Whoa, exposure to AIDS. Holy shit, Harrison. Is he HIV positive? Or is he just someone they tried to like expose him to AIDS or some shit like that? I don't know.
All that, so I'll keep trying. Get justice.
Okay. We'll watch a couple more of his old videos. Let's alright, let's see here. Okay, let me look for the one. Okay, AIDS. Alright, let's watch. We'll do like 2 or 3 more, then we'll start going to more present day stuff and his most viewed stuff. Alright, physical torture types. Drying my eyeballs out. Oh boy. The titles of these are just like a roller coaster. I can just sit here reading the titles or all day and holy shit. Director Mueller, anyone can stop this. This seems like it's a anti or a balding cream ad or something like that. Anyone can stop this. It sounds like an infomercial. So I'm gonna assume why that's why it has so many views. I wonder. Let me see the dislike to like ratio real quick.
Hey, you're looking at
it seems he's it's not just people realize it's not just a balding ad. Yeah. All right, we're gonna watch this one, the AIDS one, and let's go down a little. So let's find one more, because his videos are pretty quick, so it's not really a big deal to watch a couple. Let's see. Society. Harrison, he realized probably that we live in a society before any of us, clearly. He realized a lot of things, actually. Mueller. Okay, let's just do AIDS, and then we're gonna look at what was the one about the torture? Sleep deprivation. Okay, details of sleep torture. I want to hear this one. This was the one that I was thinking about. Okay, we'll watch them in order though. So let's go back to. Let's click this one off. Okay, so how would it go in order? Anyone can stop this? Okay, let's watch AIDS first, then anyone can stop this, and then details of sleep torture.
Every time I get behind the wheel of my car, I am under the influence of the cultist drugs. Every time. Director Mueller is dangerous. You should stop him. They've exposed me to AIDS. I've exposed other people to AIDS through it. While I was hypnotized, helpless. Exposed Kara to it, and she breastfed her kid.
Mueller!
Do something. It's a no-brainer. Stop him.
Jesus Christ. Imagine every time you get behind the car, you're just immediately inebriated. Just as high as a fucking kite every time you get behind the wheel. Harrison, I really hope that you're just not using this as an excuse to get fucking high or something. Obviously, he's probably not using it as an excuse. He really thinks this shit's going on. And it might be. We don't know. We really don't know. Alright, let's go now to Anyone Can Stop This.
Hey, you're looking at a picture, or two pictures side by side. The one on the left is done last summer sometime, and I was, on the run as usual, driving 1,200 miles on basically 3.5 hours sleep, up and down the East Coast. And
Jeez.
The one on the right was about, 2 weeks ago.
See, when he says that, he's really doing that. That there's no doubt. Because, for one, I did see some Reddit posts about that he's on the run constantly. That's also what people have said to me as well. That he's constantly on the run, and there's no doubt that he's exhausted. But I wonder if in all of this sleep deprivation and apparently drug use, unless he just thinks he's under the influence due to schizophrenia and having like some hallucinations and shit like that, which I'm pretty sure that's the case here. But I wonder if due to sleep deprivation and his mental illness, he's doing this. He's most likely doing it to himself. But I wonder how much truth there is to this. Probably very little. I'm assuming that he's the one ripping his own hair out. Does anyone know if he has set up like any CCTV camera recording himself sleep or anything like that? I think that would be the ultimate video that debunks absolutely everything.
Just to show you what the progress that they make is pulling out my hair relentlessly, and it's it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. The most brutal part is everything. This is the one tangible thing I can show people is the hair being pulled out. But me yelling for help and stuff like that, and millions of people could have helped me. So many people could just reach out and say, okay, we're gonna help you, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and no one does anything. So 13 years of this, some kid bet another kid $1 he can ruin me. Got framed for rape. I was a happy-go-lucky guy in New York. People like me, and the army came along and the army won. So police, God, they can just fucking arrest people. They can do it. Law enforcement can do it instead of blocking my every attempt to get justice in the court of law. It's fucked up. People can just believe me who I tell, and people who do know don't do anything. They just don't want to get involved. Probably make their anonymous calls or put something to tipsubmit.com and that's it. Or, sorry, I tortured you. I shouldn't have done that. I thought you raped Lisa. Sorry, Doesn't do me any good. So, let me leave you with that last pick. And actually the one on the right, I can't zoom in, but you can see red marks if you look real closely from chunks of hair being pulled out and the flesh coming along with it. And so that's it.
Yeah, putting up a security camera would... I really would like to see Harrison's reaction to if he put up a security camera and watching the footage over himself, because let's be real, he's most likely doing it to himself. Or his dog. His dog's betraying him all along. His dog's the one ripping out his hair, exposing him to AIDS. Maybe this dog isn't as protective as we thought. Maybe it's the one behind it all. But, and it, him doing this, he's clearly made himself a target for like 4chan and all that kind of shit, and just he's gonna attract negative attention. But also there's people that support him and not necessarily believe what he's saying, but they wish him the best, and I do wish him the best, even though this is bizarre and it could be even amusing at times with some things when you think about it. But at the end of the day, it is pretty sad, and he really needs to be put away somewhere, kind of like Timothy, and he needs to get treatment big time. But that's the obvious answer. Let's keep looking into what else he's talking about. Okay, so the next one, before we go to more present day, but before I do present day, I just want to look at his most viewed videos. I want to see what exactly people are saying and see what we can gather from all of that. But this is details of sleep torture in May of 2013, May 17th to be exact.
Oh, hi, Director Mueller. I sent you a video about an hour ago, and so they drugged me heavily since then, and now comes the sleep torture part. I explained before, basically, they wait for the instant for me to fall asleep, then they shake me, wake me up, and hypnotize me, make me forget, and then back asleep, wake me up again, so over and over and over. I asked them to sleep, and they said yes, but, and they'll do stuff like they'll take a hair, and in my right eye, they're sticking it in between the eyelids, they're called, and so they make it hard to sleep, or rubbing hairs on my leg or on my cheek, and then combine that with sleep torture. So they woke me up, I think, at 2:15 a.m. today.
That's like more hardcore than any kind of CIA torture. That's so in particular and so fucking bizarre. It leaves me. I would love to see what goes on in his everyday mind, what he's thinking about, and what he's actually seeing. Because he's clearly having some hallucinations. Maybe he does do drugs, or maybe it's just fully from his mental illness. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not an expert on this dude, or just with mental health and drugs in general. I know pretty much probably what you know, unless you're a doctor or whatever.
Today, and I'm pretty sure they let me sleep for the standard 1 hour, and so I was wide awake a half hour ago. Now I'm dead tired, and so a big part I want you to know of sleep torture proceeds with drugging. I press charges.
This is his dog. I'm convinced. Hairs, coincidence. Okay. Sort by. Alright, we're gonna look at some of his most viewed videos, because I want to see what people are saying. Ooh. I can't see who's in my apartment. Alright, we're gonna watch a couple of these. We'll watch probably about the same amount of, that we did with the older videos. First one. I can't see who's in my apartment. And he's always on the run, so he's always going to be in a new location, clearly. So this should be interesting. Shit, let me fucking turn that down. Holy shit, that is loud. That's really depressing, seeing his bed on the floor, and this is such a depressing setting. In a depressing way, just to live. It's not like he clearly doesn't have very much money. I don't know if he gets any government benefits by any means. I'm sure he might, but this is just very sad. I really hope someone takes action to get him the help that he needs, or himself. But unfortunately, with him being on the road, this can only end a few ways. Kind of like how it ended for Terry A. Davis. He was hit by a fucking train, unfortunately, that was very depressing.
Well, I'll make you famous.
Man, this has a spooky vibe to it. really does.
So I don't know who's in here. In case you can't tell everyone, this is how I live. I'm moving out. And woke up 5 minutes ago, someone was making a strange like sound. And I'm used to people being in here while I'm hypnotized. And then I looked at my door and everything was, this wasn't locked, this wasn't locked. I went outside, called the police and said, can you come and look to see if there's someone in here? And the cop said, if you looked, you didn't see anyone. And I said, listen, I thought I was hypnotized. Everyone knows I get hypnotized. So I talked to the Miami Beach.
Right there, that's probably most definitely why they're skeptical of his calls. He just said he's in Miami, so I don't know how long he's been in Miami when he posted this video, but if he's been in here for any period of time, I'm sure they've heard from him quite often. I'm almost certain of that.
Police, and the guy's like, he didn't say much. I said, all right, thank you for your time. I came back in here, and these 2 lights in the back here, 3 lights were suddenly turned off. So there's someone in here. I don't know who it is, but it's freaking me out. But I'm used to it. This is how I live, sleep. I'm in a room basically. So, see in here, it's just a laundry room. So I guess someone wants me to make a YouTube video.
Someone could totally take his videos and make it into like a horror movie trailer. That would be fucking creepy, because this video alone has already a super creepy vibe to it.
They win, I'll do it.
Yeah, someone please make these into like a horror movie trailer. That would be fucking gold. Maybe I'll do it myself. Not in a mocking way, just because this video alone is pretty creepy looking. But let's look at the comments before we get off of this. Harrison, I recommend you go see a doctor and check out why these people are harassing you. They understand more than you might think. This very well could be a troll, or there's a lot of gang stalking enablers though out there, and it's very sad the people who are dead serious about it, who aren't trolling or anything. I mean, the trolls are they don't help him clearly, because he's very vulnerable to anybody's input on anything. Let's see. Next time you call the cops and see them in person, tell them what's going on and mention the Baker Act. They'll help you out then. Okay, I'm not sure what the Baker Act is. Maybe I'm just fucking retarded, but I'm not sure what that is. But it supposedly should help him. Let's see. I see a lot of people enabling him, whether they're for real or they're just trolling. But from what it seems right here, a lot of people are coming from Reddit. We'll open this in a new tab and we'll look at it in a little bit. But first, we're gonna check out some more of his videos. Okay. Yeah, there's people that think it's amusing as well, which, yeah, to a degree, it can be funny. There's some parts of it that just are, they're funny. That's pretty much what it is, and I can't get over the fact that, or I can't get the idea out of my head of making this into like a horror movie trailer. All in good fun, though. All in good fun. Okay, this one's like 10 seconds, so we're gonna play this. His videos, I really love how short they are. We can watch a shit ton of them without this being dragged out too far. Ooh, wait. Oh boy, I feel like this is an altercation right here. Let's just take it slow, one at a time. We'll work our way to there. Is my family alive? No one's talking to me. February 12th, 2018.
Family alive. No one's telling me. No one's talking to me. That's what I want to know.
That is so depressing, man. That was only 10 seconds. And it's just, it totally brings my mood down seeing this guy so distressed. I would like to know, though, like, does his family care about him? Do they know about his antics? Have they tried to help him and they just can't and he doesn't want the help or whatever it is? It seems almost like he would be willing to get help, but at the same time, I'm not sure what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just checking this guy out for the first time, so I might be getting the wrong impression. No one takes 5 minutes to save me. These are just so depressing. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, so what can we do to help and save you? I just saw that, and that's pretty much that's the number one question that I'm sure everyone has in mind. What exactly could we do to save him? I would love to know. It seems, though, that he wants people to get a hold of Mueller, or whoever's the CIA director now. Fucking Mueller. Not helping our boy Harrison.
Sometimes I look at people and I think, are they good, are they bad? And then after a little bit I get a clear head, because I'm always fresh off a torture session. Nothing's changed over the past 15 years or so. And I realize it takes 5 minutes of their day to save me. No one does it.
Takes 5 minutes. I really would I want to know what exactly there is to do to save him. Does he mean like his situation, his whole troubles will be over in an instant, or does he mean just contact Mueller? Okay, we'll go up until we get to we'll go up until Bloody Scalp. I'm gonna skip this one just because it's probably gonna be similar to a lot of his, because I'm getting the vibe that he repeats himself a lot too, or the feeling. Okay, waking up to ball torture, cock and ball torture. Huh. Oh boy. All right.
It's Thursday night, about 11:22, 11:24. Of course, you can't count for time, you know. The cultists are here basically for the past 45 minutes. I've been squeezing my balls in the veins inside my balls brutally, waking me up by that. Then I go back to sleep and they do it over and over and over. I was just allowed to get up for good. And
oh my god. That's brutal. Squeezing. Oh my god. That gave me a horrific mental image that I'm sure could get flagged on YouTube.
It was 11:22, and then you know, all of a sudden it's 11:24, and I hit record. So that's what they do. They just want to find out what I'm going to do in advance. These guys are here right now. I don't think there's a female with them, but they are bad people.
Go video them.
And this is nothing compared to eye torture or anything like that. It is just brutal way to wake up. It's not just squeezing the balls, it's moving them around. It's doing the vein inside the ball. It's the ball side itself. It's I can go into detail about it, and it is horrific. I haven't had it that bad in a while. I hope the cultists who are here right now can get exposed due to the time, Thursday at 11:25.
Oh boy, that one just was making me cringe every time he talked about his balls and how they're squeezing them. They're moving it around in the vein balls. Then they move it around some more. Okay, tired of sucking the female cultist's tits. Oh, I already love the title. See, Harrison, it comes off, though, as very likable. Like, he seems like he would be a fun guy to talk to, aside from all of this. He seems pretty... Before it all happened, I'm sure he was a pretty cool guy. Fucking Lisa. And fucking Mahler.
Oh, hello world. It's me again, and about 8:45 at night. Got home, cultists here, and of course they drugged me. Of course they inducted me. Female cultists, you know, the whole sexing thing that's been going on. They are so pathetic. They are just pathetic people with no fucking lives. Sex someone. Let's hypnotize him, sex him, torture him, this, that. Follow him around everywhere. Police won't do shit, so we'll...
He's so used to it at this point. He's like, cultists here. Drugging. Assault. Rape. He's so, like, he's so used to this lifestyle now, and it's so sad because this guy's going through hell in his head. He's driving himself crazy.
Keep doing it. FBI won't do shit, so we'll keep doing it. He's trapped, he can't do anything. And my goal now is to get out of this apartment, untrap myself. Get off their fucking drugs. I've been drugged for years straight. Get off the fucking brainwashing. Get my senses together. And get justice.
What drugs exactly? What drugs exactly? Is it heroin? Acid? It's got to be something extreme, unless he's not even on any drugs, which it could very well just be the hallucinations. But if it is any drugs, what exactly is he on? I'd like to know.
Court of law. I'll be able to pull it off then. Right now, you know, I'm pretty helpless. But, you know, I'll start calling up the reporters again. I called the media in the past. And once the media investigates, basically the police who have been watching this happen to me are fucked. They're going to have to do their jobs. You know, they're going to have to say, yeah, we knew what was going on, and it was too big, it was too this, too that, we couldn't bust other cops, and we didn't know, this, that, you know, a bunch of excuses. And I think a lot of the fault lies with the chief of police for the Miami Beach Police Department. You know, he sets the example. And he taunted me instead of helping me. And that's history. That happened a couple months ago. It's fact. He coached the mayor. That's fact. So, I was living in his jurisdiction, getting raped and tortured, and people were calling up the police department, and nothing. And every single person out there who called the police department, well, they remember, of course, and it's going to come to light. So, it is what it is, you know? I'm going to untrap myself. I'm going to get out of this apartment and free my mind. And, you know, FBI won't do anything. Miami Beach Police Department, what a joke they are, you know? I bet if this were happening to one of their own police officers, they would have stopped it. They would have saved that cop. Me? Oh, no. We're not going to prison over him, you know? So, it is what it is. And one cultist who got out in January said to me, you have to go to the media. That's your only chance. He's right. I have to go to the media. I have to get the media to report on this. That's the only way to make the police honest temporarily. The only way to get them to do their jobs. So, they can keep me doped up for the time being, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to free myself. I'm going to emancipate myself. And I'm so tired of these sluts taking off their shirts and asking me to suckle on their tits. I'm so tired of having sex with them. So tired of everything I do to them, get them off. And, you know, I say...
Man, Harrison is a stud. He's just slinging poontang like left and right. At least, though, he doesn't think that absolutely everybody's in on this. He seems to trust the media. If that's his only outlet, then of course it seems he trusts them, and there's got to be other people that he trusts too. But does he have a picture exactly of what these cultists look like? Do they come in like all hooded up, or do they just look like normal people? I would really love to know. Okay, we're gonna do... I took this video yesterday and I sent it to the police.
You don't live here. You don't live here.
Huh?
Do you live here?
No, I don't.
You're not allowed in here.
Okay.
This is private property.
No, I'm a realtor and I'm going to show a unit, so...
I don't believe that. You don't live here. You're not allowed in here.
Alright.
I just missed what he said. Let me replay that again real quick.
This is private property.
No, I'm a realtor and I'm going to show a unit, so...
I don't believe that. You don't live here. You're not allowed in here.
Alright.
So I'm gonna guess that that's an apparent cultist in Harrison's mind. It seems he just was minding his own business, and this guy just walking through, and Harrison goes right up to him and accuses him of most likely being up to... He probably thinks he's up to some malicious behavior. Alright, we're gonna go to some more recent stuff. If I don't get to absolutely everything in this stream, I'll definitely do a part 2 later on in the next day or so. So we're gonna do a little more. Let's go to recent though. We gotta watch at least some recent before we get off. I'll save some of the Reddit posts and all the discussions and stuff for the part 2 of the stream. Okay. So he's been uploading as I've been streaming here. Where do we even begin? His videos get little to very no views, clearly, because of his rapid uploads. But I want to see just exactly what he's up to in his most recent video.
Just made a video. I said I was in Allentown. I'm not. I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania. So I didn't put it up. It's 5:52 a.m. I'll put a clip of it up, but not the part saying that I'm in Allentown, because I'm not in Allentown. This is Scranton.
If these people are after him, it kind of confuses me why he's given out where exactly he is. If he wanted any chance of them not finding him, wouldn't he just want to not say his location?
September 12th.
Okay. So that's where he is at this very moment. And he's just, he looks very distressed, and like usual, he's probably very sleep deprived due to what he claims he does constantly, how he's constantly on the road, from what it looks right here, how he's, he's just always on the move, this guy. I wonder how much of the time he's homeless, though, which is very depressing. All right, let's look for one with a interesting title. They surrounded me at the door. Who are they? Okay, this seems like it should be interesting. Let me put my headphones on. Okay.
He was elected to the presidency. I guess the larger issue is, what do you think changes today in foreign policy with no national security advisor at the moment and John Bolton gone?
Well, I don't know. This president does things impulsively, inviting the Taliban, a terrorist organization, to come to Camp David, for goodness sakes. This notion that he could sit down with Kim Jong-un in North Korea and solve
They're swarming.
Shit. Fucking surrounded me. One guy's behind me when I was going through the door, another guy's coming towards me, and 2 more. It's probably 8:08 a.m. and it's Wednesday, September 11th. It's the Quality Inn where I stayed last night. It's the Marriott next door.
Okay, maybe they're not exactly hooded, creepy cultists that walk around like with pentagrams or some shit. They seem pretty normal. So people like here, let me get to the people like them are squeezing Harrison's balls till I guess they get the sweet spot and squeeze the veins, apparently. See, those ones like that are very interesting, where he has public encounters. Let's watch a few of these where he's got some. It looks like some encounters with. He's clearly thinking that they're coming after him right there. You know it. His shit says it all. Alright. This one's a little bit longer. I'm going to try finding one that's a little bit longer, because some of them are just very short to go through, and they can be kind of pointless.
Oh, hi, about 8:25. Wilkes-Barre. Langley? That's in Virginia. Oh, yeah.
His family has to be worried about him, because he just said he was in Pennsylvania. He really is always on the road. Now he's in Virginia. Or he was in Virginia, now he's in Pennsylvania. Jesus Christ. This is very it's really concerning. It's constantly reminding me of when Terry was on the road, Terry A. Davis, and he got killed by a train, because it always seems whenever people like this, they end up on the streets and they're just constantly on the move, something bad is bound to happen if they don't get the help that they need. Oh, this one seems pretty... This is pretty bold. Somebody just hypnotized me. There's a couple of them. Okay, we're gonna watch a couple more before we conclude this, and we go on to part 2 tomorrow. So we're gonna do Somebody Just Hypnotized Me.
No, someone just hypnotized me. No, I was taping. Someone stopped me from taping. Someone hypnotized me. No, I'm looking. I don't see it. I don't fucking see it anywhere. No. This isn't a bridal shop. It's a men's warehouse. And I'm not in California.
First one out of Jones's Pancake.
I'm in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Someone just hypnotized me. No, I'm gonna go inside Barnes & Noble. So when I started it was 1:59, now it's probably 2 o'clock, September 10th. This is Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. It's 2019.
Man. Fucking cultists hypnotizing him when he's just trying to go about his everyday life. I bet it was that guy. I still want to know what happened to his dog. Did he leave his dog maybe at home? Did something tragic happen to it? I would like to know. Maybe when we go through some of the like Reddit posts and shit like that, maybe we'll find out a little something about his dog, hopefully. And I'm not sure if he has any other social media accounts, but I'll look those up off stream so we could so I can have it all ready. We can all go through it. All right, well, let's check this one out. Maybe there's a little something more in this one.
It's 12:31 p.m. September 10th. I'm in Wilkes-Barre, and I've been getting hypnotized over the past week, and just that post-hypnotic amnesia was allowed to remember the surname Serpico. So maybe he owns Serpico Pizza here in Wilkes-Barre.
So is he already hypnotized, or is someone going to hypnotize him here? I know he said he's been getting hypnotized all week.
Someone just got my shoelace. Those two look behind me, and there's someone behind me I can't see who untied my shoelace. So I guess they could see the guy, but I can't. That's reasonable.
What the fuck? Can anyone spot the agent? Who's the cultist? It's her. Oh, there she goes. Maybe she just hypnotized him right there. She faced towards his direction.
No, there was someone out there untied my shoelace, so I couldn't see. Those two guys could see, whoever it was, but I could not. I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay. So,
No, it's Serpico Pizza. Someone's been hypnotizing me, that post-hypnotic amnesia, and allowing me to remember, well, the surname, Serpico. It's happened a few times over the past week. I'll call you back. Calm the fuck down, I'll call you back.
okay, so I think it's hard to say because I don't have too much like I keep saying, I don't have too much background info on him, so I don't know what exactly 100% he believes. But does he mean that someone untied his shoe and then they somehow gave him amnesia and he can't remember who it is, or are they invisible? I think it's the first one. It's not, that sounds more reasonable, but that I wouldn't be surprised if he thinks it's someone who's invisible. All right. Let's find another good one. Man, he uploads a lot. Man, he really does. How many videos does he have total? Here, let me his name. 10,796 videos. Jesus Christ. He's up there with Timothy. Timothy still holds the #1 spot so far, at least. But man, he's getting there. With Timothy being put away, he's gonna catch up to him for sure. Let's see. The shift is a liability to other psychos. Don't ask the Secret Service for help. What does that mean? See, there's so much. We can just get stuck in this rabbit hole forever, but I'm gonna look for particular titles. Let's see this. He was just invisible to me. His order was to save me. What does that mean?
So he was just invisible to me, so I'm in a fucking trance year after year. And his order was to save me. September 6th.
Okay, so I'm starting to believe that he does see that he does believe that people are actually invisible to him, which is that's pretty creepy thinking about that.
So he was just invisible to me.
Plays in perfectly to making a horror movie trailer. I still can't get over that. I really need that to be done. But wow, he believes in some really bizarre shit. Even more bizarre than Timothy. Timothy's Timothy's are pretty. They're not so disturbing. I mean, maybe they can get kind of disturbing, but for the most part, like the whole thing with the construction crew and them trying to disrupt him and how he believes people are just trying to erase him from the internet. I mean, that's pretty wild. But Harrison, he believes people are squeezing his balls, hypnotizing him, pulling his hair out. And I did this all happen before the rape allegation, or did it start after? I don't think he was very particular on when exactly these whole hallucinations really started, or to him, they're not hallucinations, but you know what I mean. I wonder when these all started. When did these supposed cultists start showing up? Maybe we'll find out more, but this stream was kind of short. It wasn't too much, but we're going to go a little more in depth tomorrow or in the next 2 days or so. I'm going to get some links together for some posts about him, and I want to get a little more in depth about him. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do a video about it. I might not. I'm already working on something right now that is pretty interesting, and it's something that hasn't been talked about too much, and I always like to tackle stuff that hasn't been discussed that much and not try jumping on like some bandwagon. But that'll conclude it for this time. We'll be back in the next day or two, like I said, and I hope you enjoyed me going through this. I tried to get the best idea I could. It seems he's just after that whole rape allegation or before it, he's been suffering from some serious mental illness, which he constantly puts himself on the run, and most likely because he's trying to get away from all these people or something. It clearly isn't working, but I don't know. We'll have to look at more, and maybe we'll find out some more answers. So that'll do it. Thanks for anyone watching, and thanks for anyone watching the rerun as well. And if you have any information, feel free to comment and correct me if I'm wrong on any things, because I only know so much about this guy. So yeah, until next time, see ya.